on the phone.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
And now they're gonna get a whole thing of booty.
They're gonna be like,
Yes, so much.
This is so
much.
perfect. I tuned in at the right time.
Right. All right, everyone. So we got a couple lives going on right now. Welcome back. This is a special edition. I'm about to say
edition.
Halloween, and took my words away. But I am here with Miss Kim Brio.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Let me tell you how I've been trying to get you on the show for forever and ever and ever. And you know what? We were taking off this week. But when I talked to you, I'm like, I got to bring her out this week. I'm like, she stays booked and busy. I need her to come on.
I'm trying to remain booked and busy. That's
Ma'am,
the thing.
I'm trying to remain booked and busy and then not stressed out as a result of it.
Booked and busy and not broke.
And not broke.
And not broke at the same time.
Not broke. How have you been though?
I have been great. I know I've made a lot of transitions in the last year, brand-wise and business-wise.
And that hair is on fleek. I need
thank
to
you. Shout out to my wig maker, Miss Yaz. Thank you.
Miss Yaz?
Yes.
Man, look,
I'm faded under here. I'm whole faded under here. She does that.
I love
she
both,
does that.
both of them. I love both of them.
Thank you. But I've been doing well. I've been regrouping.
Okay.
And you know, sometimes you have to step back and figure out, okay, I'm doing all of this stuff, but what do I want to do?
Ma'am.
Because a lot of times we do it for everybody else.
And not for ourselves.
Right.
Girl, I was going through that too.
Yeah.
So when I met you, I was promoting my event planning very heavily. And when I got into radio, which I definitely, for everyone that's tuning in, I did want to share how we met each other initially.
Right.
So, but I was doing that. So when I met you, I was just so like headstrong on that. And when I jumped into radio, I was like, I love this more. I want to do this more. Just being able to talk to people. I loved it anyway. So I knew that it was time to make some changes. So before this year started, I took a little bit of time. I said, okay, let me work on a plan. Let me create. And it's just been going well. That's why it means so much.
That's how you know that it's meant to be.
That's right.
You took off, ma'am. I just turned around and I was like, ain't that? What? Wait, what? What? She doing what? She
and I'm like this. I'm here.
She's like, yes.
Yes, and it was the same thing for you. So we met through UBM.
Yes.
When we were doing our shows at the time.
Yes.
Now, were you doing Damn Kim?
What was the name of
you?
No. I was with Real Talk with Dante, Chase Bridges,
Sorry,
and
y'all.
Steven.
My bad.
I was doing Real Talk. No. I was doing Real Talk. That was right before Damn Kim was born.
Yes.
Right before Damn
And I was
Kim
so happy about that. You know what? It has just been phenomenal, really, to watch your journey.
Oh.
It really has. I was telling Kim before we started rolling, I said, you know what? She served as an inspiration. Just the way that you market yourself, the way that you promote, you're really like that powerhouse in terms of you are the one-stop shop. And I definitely really, really admired that. I was just like, we got to work together at some capacity. Because I'm like, the thing about it is I love when women are dope. They're open to having those bonds and those relationships where it's just like this, hey sis, I'm shining, you shining.
Come on, let's shine
together. So the reason why we're here tonight, and it was so important for us to sit down, you have a brand new company.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Your brand new company. And you also have the hottest event. First off, this event is so exclusive, y'all. It was only 25 people that's going to be allowed to come.
Period. Allowed. Because we want to be able to know you, spend time with you, talk to you.
And focus with you.
Yes.
So, tell me a little bit about Solsei, your company.
So, Solsei and Co. It was kind of born out of necessity. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was born out of necessity. And when I created Solsei, I said, I want this to be a culmination of all of my passions.
That's right.
So, it's elite because I like to be bougie,
okay.
Right?
Don't we all like to be
bougie? It's media, events, and then also I jumped into talent management because it was happening naturally.
Okay.
I've done a little management in the past that kind of drove me crazy, and I was like, no more.
It was the people. It wasn't you.
It was never me.
Right.
But right. Ain't that women for
yeah.
It was never me.
I'm sorry. The blame will not be placed on me.
I'm sorry for the stuff that was me. But but it was definitely a learning experience, and I think that in management, you have to have a high level of patience because they're not already gonna go always ready to go when you're ready to go. Mm-mm. And I had to teach myself that just because that's how you operate, Kim, that's not how everybody else operates.
Correct.
So you can't hold people to the standards that you
because our standards are very high.
I'm not. You said you was gonna do it today, so I don't understand. But I have to remember, I'm 33 now. When I was 23, I was them.
Yeah.
For real, you know what I'm saying?
I'll get to it. I'll get back to y'all.
And it was like, and it wasn't even purposeful. I just remember those young 20s and people saying, "You got it, you got something," and I want to work with you, and I'll be like, "Okay, I'm gonna email you."
Right.
And then I'll never email you.
I'm going to the club tonight, so
and then, it was always, in my early 20s, I was always head in the clouds. I always had a business that was going on, but it would be like, I'm going to bake cookies this week. And I would like create a whole nother company.
And now it's cookies.
And a whole nother website. And they'd be like, bro, what do you do? And I'd be like, I don't know, everything. Like, what do you want me to do? And it'd be like, I really had to step back.
And scale down.
Figure out who I am, what do I have to offer. Because when you want to be in business and you have entrepreneurship as a passion, I could sell socks if you want me to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you got that hustle.
So you got to step back and be like, okay, so what am I going to put it towards? And when I actually got some clarity to that, then I was able to follow through. I was able to do the things that I said I was going to do.
Okay.
So as I began to work with other people on those things and learning how to monetize and not just look like you're making money, but actually be making a little money.
Girl.
As I started doing that, it naturally came where people was like, yo, like,
you need to work with, I want to work with you.
You want to manage me? And I was like, no, but yes, no, yeah.
Like, I'm not sure. Like, I've had some bad experiences, but I'm thinking
see. Right. So I'm managing 2 individuals right now.
Okay.
I'm managing Katie Wilson, Chicago's funny lady. I love Katie.
We had her on the show. She is an absolute riot.
And she loves you. Please understand. Like, when I told her I was coming today, she was like, I love her. So, like,
I'm giving her a big old hug. Katie, I got big hugs for you, ma'am. As soon as I see you, she's absolutely amazing.
And Malik Milan. And Malik is like, I don't even know how to express because Malik do everything and do it well. And I'd be like, how do you do this? When do you sleep?
I think I just saw recently, is he hosting a rap battle?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Literally.
He does everything.
Everything.
Right.
And does it well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when these 2 people are presented to me and you get presented to people who presented with people who are saying, I'm hungry. I mean, I do the work. You do the work, I do the work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
that's right.
That makes you step out and be like, okay. And as a businesswoman, it put a little more behind me because it's not just me no more. I can't just quit.
You got people that's
I can't just quit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's pressure, but it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
So of all the things that you have done and been a part of, because I know you mentioned that you've done a few things over the years, would you say right now, the chapter that you're in, that this was the space that you should have always been in? Like, is it your favorite place, or like, how are you feeling now?
I am feeling like this is a space that I had to grow to. I feel like I had to go through every nook and cranny of what I've done. Like, I started a plus size modeling agency at 18. It lasted for like 2 years. But now
that's an accomplishment.
Shout out to Maisha, who's my business partner. But now, like, as I look at all of these little things I was doing, and I had a business partner, he was a chef, and we was doing catering, and and now that I look at all of those things, I've been able to touch on the things that not only I love, but take my expertise and say with confidence, I can brand anything. Like, and I can honestly with confidence say that because I tried and branded
and
everything. You know what I mean?
Look, I mean, but you know what? I really got those vibes from you when we first met. Like, I remember when
you had me feel special.
No, for real. when we were introducing ourselves, and I think I asked you like, okay, you know, like, what do you do? And she started naming off this laundry list. I'm like, well, damn, you do everything, girl.
My bad. I was like, well, you don't want to miss no opportunity.
But no. It wasn't a bad thing because, I mean, the thing about it is, first off, as women, specifically with Black women too, we are the jack of all trades. I mean, if you need us to, you know, if you got an event going on, you need some food. We in there like, you know, we cooking the pots, we doing everything we need to do. So I always thought that was just really dynamic. But to see you in this space now is really good too. Now, I'm excited. First off, Saturday, girl, I'm trying to get my outfit together and everything. So you have brunch and brand bites going
yes.
on. Tell the people about this event. What's going on?
So Brand Bites is my podcast that I am releasing to the public.
Y'all not ready.
Y'all are not ready. It's coming Saturday. There are some people who already have heard a couple of episodes because if you're part of my Brand Builders Lounge on my website, they got a couple episodes. I had
Ma'am, I'm not even a part of the.
You gotta come join. Asia Korean is on one of the behind the scenes episodes, and we talked about personal branding. It was dope. It was amazing.
Okay.
And I decided to make this thing for real, to make it a podcast, make it real, make it big.
Okay.
And decided to do a live recording for the first one. I mean, with business and with certain things, it's okay to kind of do it behind the scenes. But if I'm talking about business, I would rather talk to the audience that needs my help.
Right.
So
and get those live reactions.
Get those live questions. Do you not understand what I'm saying about branding? How can you apply this to your business?
That's right.
And it's not that I'm talking at people, but I'm really interacting with people.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to do it this way for Saturday.
Okay.
So it is live, 25 people, Katie and I, with a very intimate, nice little setup where we will be discussing business.
And I'm going to be there too. I'm going to be
like,
writing my notes.
Exclusive media coverage by Blueprint Media Company. I just need you to understand.
Y'all not getting it nowhere else, okay?
Exclusive.
And if any of the 25, if y'all try it, come through if you want to.
Don't try
We're going to shut it down and be like, excuse me,
just ask permission to take your camera photo. That's about it.
Please. And I love the fact that you make that you are making it exclusive because the thing about it is it's going to build, it's going to grow. You all are going to be doing this and there's going to be a room full of people.
Yeah. And you know what? It's something important too that I want you and other business owners to know, especially in Chicago, because that's the market I know. We go for these big, huge things, right? Do something that you know you can knock out the park.
That's right.
It's part of it is intimate because I want to connect with them.
That's right.
Part of it is intimate because I know I can handle that.
Ma'am, I did my brunch. I did a networking brunch. Now I did open it up for both men and women, but with women, they came out, they bought the tickets up, and it was 23 women. I was only selling 20 tickets. It was 23 women though.
Yes,
and, it was just very special to me. Every woman was able to get up. They were able to speak and talk about what they were doing. And I'm just as I was putting it together, I'm like, okay, Lord, is it going to go through? Yeah. You know how it is when you're doing an event, and you've invested and did all of that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do one every year. The spring. I'm going to kick off the spring because, and doing it with 20, they like, we need more spaces. You need more. And it grew that quickly. So that's an important piece. Do what you know you can. I was like, I can sell 20 seats. I know 20 people that need to come together. That need to come together. And it's just like, I like to put people in the room like-minded. And I can't explain this gift that I have, Kim. But it's like, if I remember that somebody does something, as soon as someone tells me they need something, I'm like,
you're a connector.
I'm that connected piece, so I love that, and I just think that it's so important. So next year we're going for 40 seats, y'all. But go for what it is that you know. Go for what you can do that's attainable.
That's attainable for you, so that you are not putting yourself in a position where you feeling like you failed. You know what I mean? Because the reality is, a lot of people don't understand. You're going to make it. You're going to be successful.
That's right.
At the end of the day, I'm going to be successful if I don't stop. It's logic.
Right.
It's your success is inevitable if you don't stop.
That's right.
So it's literally that simple. If you can always, no matter what all the extra problems are, go back to just don't stop. Find what it is in you that's gonna make you not stop. Maybe you need a day. Maybe you need to go have some wine.
Okay.
Maybe you need a blunt.
Right.
Maybe you need the summer off. Maybe you need a social media hiatus. Do what you need to do to get yourself together and get back in the game. Because the only thing stopping you from winning is you.
That's right.
That's it, girl.
Kim is dropping a word for y'all if y'all didn't know, okay? Now, this event is going to be held at Studio 290. Shout out to Corey Ether. I mean, he's been having, I feel like the best year ever, too. He released his album. He's, been doing big things with Empire. He's got this space. How did you all connect with each other?
Corey was on my radar last year, something like that, and I was watching from afar. And I'm like, man, I gotta work with him. And I cannot remember what it was, or I just sent him a message finally.
Yeah.
When it's
like
people
that
you
y'all.
keep seeing,
right.
and your spirit, that's your intuition is telling you when that person keeps coming back. Your intuition is telling you you have a purpose in working with that person.
That's right.
And I can't even remember what I messaged him, and it was just like, gee, we need to work together. What's going on? What you need? What do you have that I need? What do I have that you need?
That's right.
Let's get together and let's get it done. And we've been working together for 2-3 months now, and will be my second event here. There will be 3.
Okay. Y'all heard it here first. It's a third one coming.
Okay. Yes. I was actually working on a promo when I walked through the door.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Solsei Live.
That's amazing.
So it's been great, and I was able to design this website, CoreyEther.me. Go check it out. It's all about everything Corey has going on. You can book the studio on the site.
So Kim and I will be talking off air. About
CoreyEther.me. Go to the site. Okay.
No. I mean, the thing about it is that's dope, and I love how, like, with you, it's not just repping like, oh, me, I'm Kim. You literally you show love to everybody.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And you also are the connecting piece to a lot of different things too. Because I've seen some people, I'm just like, they connected with Kim. Yep, I see you.
My problem is in that I need to take from you. I don't take an active part in actually putting the people together. Mm-hmm. I have a little bit of a problem with being a homebody. For the shout out to my extroverted introverts that could, people
half and half.
Like I can go out and when I'm out, I can be cool, but I really want to go home. And I'm like, I'm better at home. Like that too. Yeah, I'm better at home. But because of that, I've created a space where I really just work with people individually. Mm-hmm. So one of my active things that I'm actually really pushing to do in 2020 is to actually connect these pieces where I'll talk to this person about this person. I'll talk to this person about this person.
Let's put them in a room.
Put them all in a room. Remember that girl I told you about? That's her.
It sounds like we need to get together now because I'm doing the networking.
Exactly. Look, I think the idea may have just been formed on air.
No, for real.
For real.
And you know what? I always ask everyone that comes on the show, it's funny that you said that. What is something that for your business or just for yourself personally that you want to manifest? Yes. Everybody got to lay something on the table when they come on the show. So even though it's not the regular show, I do want to know from you because you've done so much. What do you want to do next?
What's his answer? I want to be in person. I'm killing it digitally. Mm-hmm. I don't go out. I don't make that physical connection with people. Okay. I don't go to events. People just see me as online. And then they see me and they're like, oh, she real. I promise I do come out.
Yeah, I'm a real person.
You know what I'm saying? I am. People start thinking about us catfish. I don't come out. I don't go nowhere.
Now you ain't no catfish. Okay, y'all playing too much now.
But it's like, I have to get out. I have to actively make an effort to get out. And that's part of the reason why I'm throwing so many events. I never do events.
Well, look, the thing about it is if you don't want to go out to the events, throw your
own. Thought even I don't want to leave the house making money or making leave the house. So.
Okay, so y'all heard of that. So if y'all trying to
make you want to leave the house,
So are you looking to more? So okay, you're stepping from behind the scenes. Like, do you want to be the personality where people are like booking you? Lay it out there. What?
So the reality is, I went to school. I went to college for broadcasting to be on air, to be a radio personality.
Okay.
How
did you like that?
That was always the goal. I love it. Yeah. That was always the goal, and it always has been the goal. And quite frankly and bluntly, I have podcasts and shows that I've been sitting on for years. Okay. But making a real life admission, because it's going to people to understand, it was more comfortable for me to help other people because I didn't have to face whatever discomfort I felt with seeing myself or listening to my voice or whatever. Yeah. And that's my thing. I got to get out of that. That's a big piece of not leaving. Okay. Feeling like, do I look like I match everybody else out here? Do I look like the auntie in the room?
First off, you so fantabulous. We don't fit in. I know when I go into certain rooms, I'm like this. I'm like, yep. I'm a plus size woman. I'm black, girl. Well, I got my locks in, but I wear big ass hair. I'm like, I like that, and that's who I am. My whole thing is, I'm like, you gonna get a dose of me. I got my bad days. I come on air some Thursdays. I'm bloated. You gonna get all of that
because it's real.
Because it's real.
And I think that I have to get out of my Beyonce marketing. Okay. If that makes sense. Let me break that down for y'all.
Break down the Beyonce.
Let me break down the Beyonce.
Because the Beehive, they'll come after you if you don't play.
Oh, no, I am a part of the Beehive. Let me be clear. Okay. But Beyonce's marketing is perfection.
Mm-hmm.
That is her marketing.
Right.
You will not see any flaw, any negativity, any personal, unless she chooses for you to do that.
That's right.
And when she chooses for you to do that, she does it on her own platform. Ain't nobody making no releases in no magazine. She's making the release in a movie or on an album.
Girl, when she did them twins,
you know what I'm saying?
That photo shoot, I was like,
okay. Now, it's genius. Listen, it's genius, and I give her kudos and snaps for being able to do that.
Absolutely.
But in a world right now where we're digitally saturated with personalities now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If we're going to stand out, we ain't Beyonce. So if we're going to stand out, they have to know our personalities. They have to know who we are. So I'm trying to get out of this perfection Beyonce thing where I'm not going to do a post if I don't have makeup on. Or I'm faded, I don't have my wig on, I'm not going to take that picture. No. Or I have to get out of that and get into the real of like, it's going to be somebody that relate like, oh, Kim got freckles too.
Let me tell you, it's very difficult. I mean, I know like last year when I started the business and everything, first off, my business was always something I wanted to do, but it was birthed during a time when I was just really going through a lot of things. That's the reality of it. I said, you know what? I said, instead of sitting here and being angry and distraught about things, I have to take this energy that I feel and pour it into something for me, you know. And that time, like, I mean, you spoke on a couple of things that I feel like is very relevant, because we have the show, you know, with the Blueprint Radio, is geared towards entrepreneurs, artists, and different things of that sort. But we can't always show the glam of everything. Yeah. You know, I've had some people tell me, well, damn, you know, Mechi, you take, you know, a lot of weeks off and all this other stuff. I'm like, baby, I take mental health weeks.
I'm human, and y'all not gonna kill me.
I'm not gonna run myself into the ground. So, you know, taking those necessary breaks, and then also just exposing who you are, that you are a real person. Like, because I was trying to do the Beyonce marketing too, but I'm like this. MzMetchi ain't gonna have a wig on all the time. She don't put makeup on every day. She, like you said, the freckles, all of that. I got that.
Yes.
I got a muffin top. You gonna see me in ponchos.
Exactly. And now it's getting to the point where I had to be like, yo, it's pudgy, but I'm going. This is what I look like.
Girl,
you know what I mean?
I be tagging Forever 21 when I be putting on their clothes. Girl, I went on vacation. I was Forever 21 now. I was like, tag.
Fashion over.
Because I mean, you know, I mean, even though we do live in a society where it's so like, you know, everyone's focused on image and what is this person doing? They're all in your business. It is very important to show that, okay, no, I'm just like you.
Yeah, especially when we're put in places where, and you're in a similar place now, where people put us on a pedestal that we're not ready for.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, so you put me up here. So they begin to believe that you're Beyonce perfect.
And you just like this.
And you gotta be real, because
at
some point, right. I'm Solange.
No shade, but she's great too.
Solange,
she's great too. But I mean, I feel like she's
exactly.
a little bit more relatable.
Realer.
Right.
But what happens is when we begin to show our flaws when they're in their room at night,
right,
they begin to say, "I'm normal." Because we have a tendency as people to act like everything is perfect.
Right.
And when we act like everything is perfect, we set that atmosphere for everybody else.
That's right.
And now everybody else thinks I'm the only one going through this, and we all going through the same
Everybody
shit.
going through the same.
And you'll be like,
because Kim, you know what? Something that I've noticed. We've been doing the show. I mean, now we're moving into November, so we're going into the 11th month, almost a year. The Blueprint Radio is almost a year old. But what I've noticed as a common thing when everyone comes on the show is they talk about the lack of support from the people that they thought would have supported them the most. So I definitely wanted to ask you, has that been something that you've dealt with? How do you personally, persevere through that?
I'm still dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who believes in zodiacs and all that stuff, but I'm a Cancer.
I'm a Taurus.
I'm very emotional. Okay,
my sister's a Cancer.
I'm very emotional. So I, quite frankly, am still dealing with it.
Okay. That's real.
That place where you're like, you know, those people that you was like, look, when I get it, I'm coming back for you. We'll be going, and you come back and
they like, well, you wasn't gonna do that. You're like, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you come back and it's like they're not supportive, or they're looking at what you're. A big problem for me is I don't communicate in the middle of it. Okay. I'm very. My business is my business.
You go into your shell.
I go into I'm a Cancer.
Yeah.
I go into my shell.
Yes.
So from the outside looking in, it's like I talk to Kim. I look online, she's doing all this big stuff. I don't know nothing about it. And then she called me 6 months later and be like, oh, let's come go do woo woo.
Let's have some
and they be feeling like you left me behind, you know? And it's like, I'm not, y'all, for real, this is not just for me. Check on your strong friends. Stop acting like because
give them a word tonight, Kim.
My promo looks great, that I'm doing great and I'm popping and I'm all right. Maybe you haven't heard from me because I'm stressed out, I'm overwhelmed, and you need to check on me. So how about before you start going, Kim got big time and
she
Kim
acting funny. I don't talk to you no more.
I'm not acting funny. Number one, I'm struggling. Number two, I put a status of the week. I'm not acting funny. I just don't like you. And I don't have to. And that sounds rude, but people have to understand you have to be in a place where you're okay. I don't have to be mean. I'm never mean. I could not like you. I'm going to smile at you.
How you doing?
I'm going to ask you how you doing. I'm going to ask about your mama, your wife, your dog, your kids. I'm going to ask you how your business going.
And go about your merry way.
I'm going to do all of that, smile, and go about my way. I don't have to be nasty because I don't like you, but I don't have to overindulge in a relationship that I'm not interested in fulfilling.
Or it's just low vibrational. Like, I mean, I noticed for me, I mean, I talked about it a few times on the show when people do bring it up. Because I'll ask them, like, what is kind of like the biggest drawback that you've experienced so far? And that lack of support is big. But I'm like, you know, people that play like they kind of, you know, support you and they're supposed to be friends and different things of that sort, that is something that I'm also still working through, too. Because I have to fight the urge to not be like, you know, you don't care about what I got going on.
And I deal with that a lot, girl, with family.
Mm-hmm.
I deal with that a lot with family where bluntly, you know, like I went through a divorce and I went through like when I was going through really hard times, it was all over my Facebook. They was all over what's going on. I'm checking on you, all of that stuff. The minute that I started looking like I was doing something positive,
crickets.
And it's like I personally don't understand that mentality.
Right.
Where when I was low and I was struggling and I had to move back in with my parents and all of that stuff. I'm checking on you, you beautiful, love your selfies, all of that stuff.
That's right.
But the minute that I'm doing something and I'm getting a space and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, I don't hear nothing. I don't hear
because they was trying to figure out how did you make that turnaround in the midst of your storms. How did you get out of it?
And here's the reality. Guess what? I'm so nice. Ask me. I give you game just like I live to give game. I live to be like,
that's right.
Yo, I've been through X, Y, Z. Let me tell you, I don't know if this is gonna work for you.
Let me help you avoid this.
Yeah, like, I don't know if this is gonna work for you, but let me tell you what worked for me. So I don't want you to have to go through what I went through.
That's right. That's right.
And I feel like if more people operated like that, we'd be in a better space.
Yeah.
But they don't.
Everyone doesn't want to be transparent.
But that's why I had to start a company myself.
That's right.
Because instead of trying to change the culture in somebody else's stuff, how about I create a space with a positive culture from the beginning?
Absolutely.
The handful of people that are affiliated with Solsei, which are all people that we named already today, I'm very choosy.
Yeah.
I'm very picky.
And you should be.
Because it's a team and it has to be a mentality. We gotta be I gotta have your back like you got my
one
back.
Band, one sound.
One band.
That's how you
one sound. That's how I feel.
That's how you come. No, I mean,
y'all, I'm gonna be in a group text after this and I'm gonna text them and be like, one band, one sound.
And they are gonna find out. Now, I'm pretty sure there's probably like some little meme or something that has to go along with that. Yeah, we gotta find it. Well, I mean, you know what? Before, because look, I ain't gonna keep you too long. It's Halloween. Kim gotta go get her some candy, y'all.
I just told y'all Kim going home.
she's trying to stay low. Now we ain't gonna give them too much sauce because what y'all need to do is get the tickets to brunch and brand bites. Okay, it's a live tape and she is dropping so much knowledge for you all on a personal level. But you're gonna be doing it to speak to the business people.
But I can tell you exactly what we're gonna be talking about.
Tell them
specifically.
What you talking about?
We're gonna be talking about building a brand. For those people who have big social media followings, but no money. So we're gonna.
I need you to do the one with the people that don't have that many followers.
That's the other side of the coin because we're doing that one too because we're gonna make sure that we talk to those people that don't have that many followers about getting your dollars right before your followers up. Okay. Once your dollars is right, your followers gonna go up. It's inevitable.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's strategy. So me and Katie gonna go in.
I am so excited about this event. For real. I'm thankful
I'm so glad you accepted the invitation.
Girl, as soon as you emailed me, I'm like, I couldn't type enough. I'm like, yes, we'll be there. I'm like, I hadn't even confirmed it with my team. Sorry, Nico and Tia. I was just like this. Yeah, we'll be there, And
I can't wait to meet.
So you know what, Nico's not gonna be with us. I mean, definitely shout out to him, and he lost his grandmother.
Oh,
and we are sending you our love tonight, Nico. I mean, he is just absolutely amazing, and it's a lot. I mean, I had just lost my grandmother too. We go through our dark chapters, but it's about having a good team and having people that love you
around,
and they can love you through it. So we're definitely excited. Let my people know how they can follow and support you and all your people, because she got a team, baby. So y'all got
a team. I got a squad.
A squad. Okay, the whole squad.
Follow me on all of the socials at I am Kim Brio. IamKimbrio.
Don't add another R or another O.
No extra stuff. No KYM. None of that. It's regular. You can follow Solsei on all of the socials as well at Solsei, SOLSEICO. So it's Solseico, SOLSEICO. It's okay.
I was like this.
It's okay because in 6 months everybody's gonna automatically know.
And it's gonna pop.
That's just what it is.
It's popping up, and I'm like, on Facebook. Of course I didn't have that problem on Instagram. I was like, why can't I? What?
Right. So if you try to tag it on Facebook, the username is Solsei Cole, but it's spelled out Solsei and Cole as the title.
Perfect. We'll be going back fixing all of that.
Of course, follow 50 Shades of K1, Katie, if you're not already. If you're not, I'm confused on why you're not if you're not already. 50 Shades of K1.
And then y'all from Chicago. You
following her. And follow Malik Milan. That's Malik_Milan. MALIK_MILON. Y'all, this young man is dynamic. You're going to be like, he should run for president. Like, he got them vibes. You feel me?
And Bay Debates.
Bay Debates! What am I doing? Bay Debates is their show. It's the first show on our network on Solsei.
I'm so...
thank you.
That's amazing.
And shout out to Denzel and Illinois Productions for helping bring this whole thing together.
Now that's squad.
That squad. We got more episodes coming, but they debate. They talk about relationship issues. Yes. The ones that are up right now. I think we talked about cheating, and I think we talked about friends. So those episodes are live right now on YouTube. So go to YouTube, search Solsei or Bay Debates or Katie Wilson or Malik Milan or Kim Brio. Y'all know I'm about that digital. You can search.
You can find it, and it's gonna pop right up for you.
I got you. Keywords.
Well, ma'am, I thank you for sitting down. Now I want you to come back. And you got to bring the squad too.
I was gonna say, if I come back, can I bring the squad?
You can bring the squad. I feel like we need a round table because you all are such dynamic personalities. So I would love for y'all. We got to bring y'all back on a week where it's like a bomb topic.
Yes,
it's bomb topics every week. But just something that I think the friendship thing. I would love to hear everyone's perspective with that.
Yes, and the episode was hilarious. They was about ready to choke each other. It was great.
I love it.
It was fun.
That's Bay Debates though. That's usually how it goes.
That's
how it goes. Well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in. This is Kim Brio is someone that you all need to get in tune with. If you're in need of, you do graphics. She does everything. She bakes cookies too. Okay.
If you want to work with me professionally, KimBrio.com, KIMBRIO.com. I do graphic design, so I do digital promos, but I also have an all-inclusive program for people that want to start businesses.
Okay.
It includes your design. It includes your website. It includes your web hosting. It includes your consulting. It includes your social media marketing. It includes everything. And that's at branditswithkim.com. So that's branditwithkim.com. So
for y'all that didn't hear it,
branditwithkim.com.
Yes. Well, we're about to get out of here. Y'all get y'all trick-or-treating on. Y'all know me, it's your girl, MzMetchi. I am on Instagram, MzMetchi, and I'm Demetria MzMetchi Brown on Facebook. Make sure that you are following the Blueprint Media Company on Facebook and the BP Media Co. on Instagram as well as Twitter. It's been a pleasure. If you all, now y'all know we got to plug us too. You looking to come on the show. We want to play your music, everything. Visit www.thebpmediaco.com and let's get it started. You all have a great Thursday. And we'll be back next week with Mr. Boy Floyd. He's having an event on November 6th too.
Oh.
So I'm bringing Kim with me.
Listen, I gotta get out, so
you coming out next Wednesday. Now, I don't know about you. I still gotta go to work the next day. However,
I ain't gotta get up, so we can go. I drive.
Kim gonna be in the house, y'all. So make sure that you all tune in. It's been lovely, and we're gonna holler at y'all next week.
Thank you.
Signing off.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, girl.
I was.
Bye, y'all.
Hold on, battery. Hold on to with this last.
I know. Let me see.
That was dope. That was so
Hold on.